Hello. Um, yeah, welcome to another Let's Play. Unfortunately, this Let's Play isn't going to be as good as it could have been because disaster struck. And after I was done recording it, I realized that for some weird reason, my microphone didn't work, and my it didn't record. Well, the game sound recorded just fine. So I had a recording of the game with its audio perfect. Just my voice was gone. Microphone didn't record it, not at all. So I had to go back and narrate it, which isn't as you know. Um, it sucks because the original voice recording would have been so much more amusing and entertaining. Because Gremlins 2, the difficulty is unforgivable. I mean, the last half of the game, the platforming is just insane and stupid. And I went into some major Archon rage and some of the worst rants I've ever done. I mean, to me, it was pure nightmare. But to viewers, it probably been hilarious. Unfortunately, it wasn't recorded, so you guys don't get to hear that. None of it. Instead, you get to hear my narration. So, no matter how good of a narration I did, there's no way I could have topped the original recording. No way. So, I'm kind of disappointed. Um, and also, I went and listened to the quality. You can hear me, but I'm kind of low. There's some parts in the LP where I'm hard to hear. I tried to fix that. I really did. But it's still kind of in there. It's not too bad, but it's bad enough to bother me. So basically what we have here is a Let's Play that could have been one of my best, but it ended up being one of my least favorites. And I was so disappointed, I guess, that I didn't feel like going and making a new picture for the Let's Play. So what I did was, a while back ago, on for a blog I did for a Little Big Planet community, I for every day of the month of October, in my blog I put in a trailer for an old movie, and for each one I made a picture for it that had something to do with the movie and involved my characters. And I also did that for Christmas. For the last 15 days of Christmas, I did a Christmas movie and made a picture for it. And one of them was Gremlins. So I just went and used the picture that I made for that. So this is the Gremlins picture. I know the game is based on Gremlins Part 2. This is Gremlins Part 1. You know what? It works. It's still Gremlins. That's supposed to be, in the present, supposed to be Gizmo. It's kind of a play on the poster for the first movie, because the poster of the first movie it just shows the Christmas present, and the lid is kind of open, and you can see the eyes of Gizmo staring up at you. Maybe a little hand sticking out. So that's what I was going for. That was kind of homating that poster. So there's the picture, and hopefully you guys still find with my narration, still find the LP entertaining. The game itself is interesting and entertaining. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Just saying that it's not. Personally, it's not my favorite because I know just how much better it could have been. It could have been so much better. But anyway, that's enough of that. On to this Let's Play. Okay, well, this sucks. I'm having to narrate this. I'm pretty sure I explained everything in the picture part, so this is going to sit here for a while because those of you who've seen a lot of my Let's Plays, you know that I like to sit and ramble on in the front. So right now, I'm pretty sure I was sitting here just talking about this game and my childhood and stuff most people wouldn't care about. Um, I don't remember lollygagging in the menu option for too long, but yeah, this is gonna be very strange. This is the very first time I had to narrate. This is a balls hard game. I'm just not dumb. I'm just meaning hard. It is hard. Oh wait, game started. Oh, poor Gizmos. Uh oh. Oh, it's his friend, Billy, rescuing him. For those of you who don't know, this is based on the second film. Um, there's a scene, a very short scene, well, not a scene, more like a section in the movie where Gizmo has had enough, puts on the bandana, makes Rambo like weapons, and goes out to kick butt. He only gets into a fight with one. I think he kills the giant spider gremlin. But they made that concept into a gigantic game. Yeah. It's not a bad idea, actually. Besides, um, oh, Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I'm pretty sure that's what that's supposed to be on the team. Because in the movie, science goes awry and a lot of stuff like that happens. Anyway, now I lost my train of thought. This narrating thing's gonna be harder than I thought. Um, yeah. See this bit of platforming here later on? This game's gonna get carried away with it. Yeah. More killer tomatoes. There's the shop. Now here's my problem with the shop. You can only buy one item at a time. I don't think I buy anything this time. The balloon helps you when you fall on the holes. The heart bottle heals you. The gizmo's free life. There's another item though that makes the whole only having to buy one item at a time very inconvenient. We'll get to that later if I remember. It's nice that they fit the old man from the movies in here though. That's cool. Anyway, what I was trying to say earlier, this game is hard as balls, and the platforming segment I showed you, eventually, soon, they're going to get carried away with it. I mean, some of the most insane, evil, sadistic platforming happens near the bottom half of this game. I mean, there's hard, and then there's, oh my god, no hard. Like, rape you in the face several times and rape you again hard. Well, like I was trying to say earlier, the original soundtrack, nothing I can say now would have beat that because of the hardness. The second half of this game, I'm enraging. So that's what you missed. This is pretty much what you guys missed by my mic not recording. Um, the second half of this game, I got just enraged. I go into screaming, cussing fits, insult this game. I go into rants about how stupid the difficulty is, how it's just, and right now you guys might just be thinking, wow, he's overreacting. It's not that hard. He just sucks. Wait until we get there. Wait until you see, and then maybe you realize just how ridiculous. Because when I was a kid, I rented this game and I loved it. I played it, but it eventually I gave up on it because the platforming just got retarded. And I actually remember thinking I loved running around fighting gremlins and stuff, but the platforming was too stupid. I did with the game for all. I mean, this platforming, it starts small now, but here soon that's almost all it is. 30 minutes of platforming, you get to fight a gremlin, 30 minutes of platforming. And I was like, I just want to fight gremlins and stuff. Like, don't want all this jumping over pits. So I gave up. Um, but now I redo the game, and only because of the power of save states I make it through. And platforming is just as ridiculous as I remember. This stuff right here is nothing. I know this stuff right here is simple, and I'm still building on it. Those spiders are annoying. They really are. So, I'm sure most people watching this has seen the movies. I don't know. Here recently, this is how it works. The older I get, the more people I find that's never seen these movies and other movies from my past. It always makes me sad. So I've been finding more and more people who've never seen Gremlins, which to me is blasphemy. So they're going to shrug their shoulders like, so whatever. When I was a kid, I was a huge Gremlin fanatic. For the longest time, I had this picture of when I was a kid wearing the Gremlin shirt. Unfortunately, they got burned up in a fire. I wish I still had it. Um, but yeah, dang, this movie still falls in my top 5 best movies of all time. Really, maybe top 10. No, top 5 probably. I've never literally sat down and wrote a top 5 or top 10 list, but this will be on there almost certain. Go with the first movie. I like the second movie. It's not as good as the first because the second movie was. I mean, the first movie was wacky too. It had a lot of insane humor, but it still kept that. Oh, I'm a serious horror movie tone to it. And they threw in all the insane jokes, or well, the jokes weren't too insane. I mean, it still kept that tone that it was taking itself seriously, and it worked. The second movie throws out of the window. The second movie is pure comedy. I mean, it's pure over the top spoof. Um, it doesn't take itself seriously. It makes fun of itself, and it's a fun movie. I don't hate it. It's just that I like the tone of the first movie. I like the first movie better. But the second movie, in its own way, is a lot of fun too. So we're not even out of the first level yet, and I've already given my thoughts on the movies, on the difficulty. Not really much time. I thought that right there, I thought it was a doorway I could go into, but it wasn't. And I'm not for sure about that. It's supposed to be water. And what kind of office building puts in floor spikes? I know in video games they're the norm, but and we got our first weapon. That's the torch, or the match, really. It lets me shoot fire. It's much better than tomatoes. The cutscenes from the movie, I got wet. Here comes the evil Mogwais. Yeah, there's a new Spike. The goofy gremlin. He's always fun. There's something I said in the Let's Play. Out of all the horrible, horrible things they could have done to me, throwing me in the air duct was pretty tame. I think I got away with it. There's my tips. There's my new weapon. There's something I'll explain about this weapon here in a minute, but I'll wait until we get there. turn into the heat after midnight. But here's the thing, we spotted Gremlin already here, so lurking in the shadows. So apparently when I multiplied, it was already after midnight. Even though in the movie I think it's still daytime when it happens. But this is a video game based on the movie. Why are we nitpicking? Watch the bouncy balls. I must have got into a rant there. I don't know what I was saying. That's a nice item. It doesn't last long. But you're pretty much invincible. Sean, I think it's come time to explain some things. Yeah. The P, that powers up your weapon. That's why only being able to buy one at a time in the store sucks. See, I bought the power up and look, my torch, see how powerful it is? This is the only weapon in the game that actually is visuals change. Oh, there was the Gremlin in the dark. All this stuff I want to talk about is just popping up on top of each other. I can't talk about them all at once, but that was the Gremlin. Anyway, this is the only, you can power up all the weapons and they become stronger, but this is the only one that changes. The rest of them you can't tell that you powered up. This is the only weapon that you can change. Tail. I was kind of disappointed on that. Not time to hold and go. But yeah, so that, there he is again. That is why only being able to buy one item at a time in the store is horrible, because there's a lot of times you get a new weapon and you're getting beat up before you get to the store. You get to the store and you got a chance to power up your weapon, but you only have one heart. And it doesn't let you buy the health and the weapon. No, you gotta choose. That's stupid. Those down spiders. Me and my obsessive use of safe states. I get into my mind where I don't want to paint myself in a hole where I'm stuck in a place with one health and I can't carry on and I have to start all over. So I go through these levels making sure I don't lose health at all. Making sure that doesn't happen. Making sure I get through this level. Making sure I get to the end of the game. Because the whole point of these Let's Plays is not beating the game, it's showing the entire game from beginning to end. Because a lot of these games are from my childhood. I want to share off my gaming childhood to other gamers. That's why I'm not ashamed of using save states. I'm showing stuff off. I'm not going on this. I mean, my Let's Plays isn't me going, see this? This is the 60th game I beat. I'm a badass. No, that's not what's going on. That being said, I do have some Let's Plays. For those of you who've been watching me for a while, you know a Let's Play is a game that I didn't finish once. That I couldn't finish even with save states. There's a few of them. But for the most part, I tried to finish these games. Because the point is just showcasing, showing them. And I don't, most of them are from my childhood, but I also do games that I've never played before, or I've never played. Because, it's fun playing old school gaming toys back in the day, And plus, blind runs where the player's reaction to the game is genuine and not forced and not acted, is always fun. It's more fun than, when somebody knows what's coming. Their reactions are hysterical. Even though a lot of these I've played through as a kid, it's been years and I barely remember them. So a lot of the time reactions are genuine. Because I don't remember. Oh yeah, like I was rambling about my childhood. Here we got to our first Gremlins. Our first Gremlins are these flying guys. First appearance in the game. When I first did the original stream, somehow I ignored the fact that these were Gremlins, and I stated that the guy shooting fire over there was our first Gremlin. But then I realized, wait a minute, no you're not. These flying guys are Gremlins. And this fire-breathing gremlin is horrible. It's almost impossible not to get hit. Yeah, I wasn't happy right here. I was starting to cuss. I was like, how? How are you supposed to do this? Those of you who've seen a lot of my Let's Plays and seen me rage a lot, I'm sure you can imagine what's going on right now. But I'm really saying, shenanigans! I got it. Wow. Those I think they're supposed to be the goofy gremlins. The goofy. Otherwise, they turn into the I actually decided to take the hit for that one. I was like, I'm moving on. But I wasn't willing to accept that. Oh no. Now we got skateboarding gremlins. I think there was some in the first movie. Or as I said in the original, when I played this, the 80s gremlins, using the skateboard. So the first movie was in the 80s. Second movie, I think it was the early 90s. I could be wrong, but I think it was. Down I go into the hole. Yeah, I was like, it doesn't match up when I can jump on the platform. That thing's in my way, and when the thing's not in my way, the platform's gone. How am I supposed to do this? See, this is like what the second level, and I'm already starting to enrage. But it gets worse, much worse. See, the platforming, you see how it's gotten a little, more complex, but not too much. Well, it's going to keep mutating until this is a cakewalk. So wait until you get the last level. It's going to be like, how did I expect anybody to do this? I don't buy any free lives because, well, save states. But I do buy health. I think this is what I was testing to see if I could power up my weapon more than once. And the result is a big no. You can only power up your weapon once. At least, I think, because and this is it. I was like, oh, it looks the same. It must not have powered up. But now that I think about it, all the other weapons didn't change when I powered them up the first time. So maybe it did get stronger. I don't think so, though. I would have noticed. Killing the gremlins a little easier and faster. I would have noticed. The Gremlin told me I had to. So anyway, that's the boss fight. He jumps around and smacks me at. Pretty basic for a first boss. And Gremlins flash and fly up in the air when they die. I bet you didn't know that. And I got my second weapon. This is actually a pretty nice weapon. Only Gizmo can turn paper clips into I don't know, death and destruction. These darn floor gremlins. They're okay now, but later on, oh, they put them in the most trolling spots. Yeah, you'll learn to hate these things. These floor gremlins. Which doesn't make much sense. You know, what are they under the carpet? Are they morphing to the floor? What's going on here? That was a stupid decision even for me. I should have known that wasn't going to end well. I didn't fall. I don't believe it. Yeah, right there is where I just learned that the chains can hurt you too. Because in a lot of games, when you got something like this, only the ball hurts you. The chain is okay. But not in this game. This game, the whole thing hurts you.